What's going on, guys? Just starting my new channel. I've done a lot of research going into this, and I'm very excited to break it down. So let's start with Arman Tsarukyan taking on Mateusz Gamrot this weekend, the main event of UFC Apex. Now, this fight is intriguing for a lot of reasons. First of all, you've got two of the dark horses in the division. I believe the winner of this fight, especially if it's Arman Tsarukyan, will get a top five opponent. I think Mateusz Gamrot, you give him a top eight. But Arman Tsarukyan, 5-1 record in the UFC, 18-2 in total. His only loss in the UFC is to Islam Makhachev, and he faced Islam Makhachev on his debut on 3 weeks' notice. And a few people actually think Arman won that fight, but I will give it 29-28 Islam. Arman gave him the toughest fight out of everyone in the UFC on his debut. And this guy is a problem in the division because if you look at the 15 ranked fighters within the lightweight division, Arman is 25 years old. 11 of the 15 fighters in the division are over the age of 30. Okay. So Arman, he's going to be a problem for the next 10 years, and if he wins this fight against Gamrot, which I believe he will, I believe he deserves a top five opponent next. My personal preference would I'd like to see him against Beneil Dariush or maybe RDA if RDA beats Fiziev. But let's get into it with their level of competition. I have my notes here. So I'm gonna read it out for you. Okay, so Arman Tsarukyan, first fight, lost against Makhachev, decision. Beat Olivier Aubin Mercier, who is he's a tough opponent. Big lightweight. Davi Hamos. These are good levels of competition. These were all decisions. But he beat Davi Hamos more convincingly, I believe, than Islam. Matt Frivola won that fight. Frivola did well against him, nicked around. But obviously, Tsarukyan, that quality showed through. Christos Yagos had no business in the octagon with him, dusted him within one round. And man, that Joel Alvarez fight, that was one of the more memorable fights I can remember this year. I actually had Joel Alvarez going into that fight. Joel Alvarez is a 6'3" lightweight. He was 19-2 going into that fight. I just thought Joel Alvarez, his kickboxing, his submission game off bottom, I thought he could have been a problem for Tsarukyan, especially Tsarukyan being 5'7". But Tsarukyan's a little tank, and Tsarukyan smashed him. That was tough to watch. I think Joel Alvarez probably needs to take about 15 to 18 months off. It was that bad. It could have been stopped after the first round. I love the sport of mixed martial arts. I know how savage it could be, but that was one of those where after first round it's just it, like our man hit him with an elbow when he was on ground and pound, caught him on the bridge of the nose. And for anyone who's a fan, if you've seen it, it was one of those that these fighters are warriors, but you could see that Joel was actually just panicking and freaking out just because of the volume, of blood. And yeah, that really put the division on notice. And then if you look at Mateusz Gamrot, he's 31 years of age, should be undefeated, 21-1 records. I believe he beat Guram Kutateladze. That fight maybe was a bit of a robbery, but a close fight. His next fight, Scotty Holzman, Jeremy Stevens, and Carlos Diego Ferreira, finishes against all of them. But these guys were all on losing streaks. Scott Holzman was 37 years of age. Jeremy Stevens was 35 years of age, and he was on a 5-fight winless streak going into that. Ferreira was on a bit of a losing streak too. So the level of competition doesn't really hold up, compared to Arman. Neither guy has ever been finished. I believe that this fight will go to decision. I'm going to say 49-46 Arman. Maybe 48-47. I think Mateusz Gamrot gets the first round. Arman starts taking control of the fight, gets the better of the grappling exchanges. He has power advantage. maybe slight grappling advantage. Gamrot, I believe, maybe has the cardio, but I'm gonna say 48, 47, or 49, 46 Saryukin. Um, I believe he deserves a top five opponent next if he wins. I would give him RDA, assuming RDA beats Fiziev. I don't think he'll fight Fiziev unless it's for the belt because they have the same management company, and I believe they're friends. Or Dariush. No, nobody wants to fight Dariush. I think Dariush Saryukin. Um, that could be a number one contender fight. I believe Arman wins this and he beats a guy like Dariush or RDA. I think you throw him in there for a title fight because could you imagine a 5 round rematch against him and Islam Makhachev? That fight would be fireworks, you know. Or Charles Oliveira. These are the guys who are going to be around the top for the next couple of years. Also, he's 25 years old. Only 4 fighters out of 15 are 30 years or younger. Mateus Gamrot, assuming he loses, I think give him the winner of Brad Riddell, Jalen Turner, Drew Dober if he wins, or Demir Ismagulov. Honestly, I will get better at these breakdowns. I just have to, get used to talking to the camera, which is a little bit weird, but it's all love, and hopefully I can make some money. But if you're not betting, just enjoy the fights, and I shall break down 3 more fights on this card before I get into the rugby internationals. Hope you enjoyed this breakdown, and peace out, guys.